What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Sagittarius sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of November 22nd and December 21st, then you are a Sagittarius sun sign, and this video is for you. Spring is upon us. Spring is here if you're in the northern hemisphere at least, and theoretically the weather's supposed to get warmer and summer's on its way. So I'm happy. I hope you guys are happy too, and I wanted to take a look at the energies for the month of April for all Sagittarian sun signs. So that's what we're going to do today. This spread is designed to give you all the information that you need to make April the best month possible. We're going to be using the Anna K Tarot, and I've already shuffled the deck, so if you would please give me a moment to cut the deck and deal the cards out. Thank you. Alright, and we're also going to consult the Earth Magic Oracle. I'm going to ask it what message it has for Sagittarian sun signs this April. What message for Sagittarian sun signs this April? And we shall take a look at that card at the end of the reading. Before we get into it, I just want to say that this is a general overall reading and not everything is going to apply to everybody. So take what works for you, leave the rest, and I encourage you to listen to my words and look at the images and try to figure out what the message is for you. Now, that's how you're going to get the most out of this reading. So let's get what's going on here. My tarot mat is all right. There we go. Thank you. Let's see what we've got here. Wow, we got a collection of all the suits and no major arcana. We'll see what that means as we go into it. So the first card we're going to look at is this one, and it represents the energies of last month, so the energies of March, and we've got the Five of Swords. And I'm getting conflict here. I'm getting, for most of you, you know, it's hard to say since this is a reading for a large group of people, but I think most of you, the conflict came from arguments. You know, this is always coming from the ego mind. Almost always. Almost all conflict in our lives is a result of ego minds clashing. And I get the feeling that that occurred a little bit in March, is that you were feeling maybe attacked, and as a result you responded back. You thought you were being defensive, but you also went on the attack. You know what I mean? And just battling with someone else. And this could have been any number of people. This could have just been your general mood, where you felt a little bit combative, a little bit defensive, and as a result, maybe it caused stress, maybe it caused disharmony in your life. And so it seems like March was kind of a little bit of a hectic month for a lot of you, where you just were feeling not comfortable, basically. And I encourage you to look at your ego mind and try to figure out what role that played in March, because it played a definite role, I would say. And it's so easy to blame others. Oh, they disagree with me, but it takes two to tango, and any altercation requires 50% of your participation. So, all right, let's go on over here. This card represents the current energies, the energies now, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. And it seems like some of you, or most of you, or a lot of you at least, are ready for something new. You're ready for a new project, a new venture, and you know, this could be a new diet. This could be a new job or a new creative outlet. So yeah, it looks like a lot of you you're setting your sights on something new. You want something new to come in to kind of refresh the energies. And you know, this new thing is a pentacle energy, so it's going to be something tangible. It's going to be something that you can see, touch, feel, hear, right? It's not a new emotion. This is not a new idea. This is a new physical thing, a new way to make money, a new, you know, like all the things I listed. So yeah, it looks like you guys are ready for some new energy, and we'll see what that brings in April, which is this card. This card represents the energies of next month, so the energies of April, and we've got the Two of Cups. Oh, that's nice. It looks like this new energy is leading to probably maybe a new relationship. This could be a new friendship or a new romantic relationship, or this could be the strengthening of a bond that you already have. Whatever it is, it's more focused on emotion, which I think is a good thing. I think, March seemed like there was a lot of ego involved, so now that we're moving towards emotion in April, I think that's going to be a positive step in the right direction. And the Two of Cups just is about that close connection that we make with another person or other people. And this could also not necessarily mean a person. Maybe you make a close connection to a pet, or maybe it's to a creative outlet, and you just finding passion, right? Whatever that passion is for you, I see it growing and intensifying, and maybe even being a new passion coming in April. So definitely some new energy coming in is the feeling I'm getting for April. So good for you on that, because March didn't seem like the best, most happiest, productive month. All right, let's head on over here. This card represents what to hold on to in the month of April. We've got the Page of Swords. So again, the ego is coming up here, the Swords energy, and I think what this card is saying is that it's asking you to be more aware of your thoughts and your words. Be aware of them. So many of us are operating, the ego mind is just operating on its own without any checks and balances. You know what I mean? It's just doing what it wants to do. And I think this card is asking you to be more aware of it, so that you can realize what role it's playing in your life. Not many people understand that what we think is going into the creation of the reality around us. And so it's very important that we're very conscious of the way we're thinking, because we're creating our reality based on that. So if you're thinking some negative things, you're going to bring some negative things into your life. It's just the way it goes. But if you're more conscious of your thoughts and you want to create from a more authentic, genuine space, then you're going to think more positive thoughts and create a more positive life for yourself. So I think that's the thing to focus on in April, is think more positively and be conscious, be aware of what you're thinking and saying as well. The things that you're saying, same goes for that. In fact, the things that you say have even more power, because you're putting that out there into the ethers, right? You're physically doing something. So be very careful about your thoughts and your words in April. This card here represents what your biggest hurdles or obstacles are likely to be in the month of April. We've got the Knight of Cups. And I think maybe being a little bit too emotional could get in your way in April. Maybe, the Knight of Cups to me is a person who acts on their emotion, who puts energy into their emotions. And maybe if you're going to be putting too much energy into your emotions without kind of balancing that out with intuition and logic, if you're just operating on the emotional level, then I think there's going to be heartache, there's going to be problems, because you're not making well-rounded decisions. So I think the important thing to remember here is that in the month of April, yes, it's great to bring more emotion into your life. That's the direction I feel like you're heading. But at the same time, you have to temper that with your logic mind, with your intuition, so that you aren't just acting emotionally, but instead you are acting more well-rounded. So the gist of this card is to make your decisions or take action from a more well-rounded place, not just from emotions. And that's going to be your challenge in the upcoming month. All right, this card here represents what to let go of in the month of April. We've got the Seven of Rods. And I think you can stop being so defensive, so argumentative, so critical of people criticizing you. I think you just have to let people be in the month of April. Yes, people have different opinions. Yes, people want to criticize you, but they're on their own path. They're on their own journey, and who knows what they're trying to accomplish. And you can't let them bring you down. Basically, is the kind of the gist of what I'm trying to say here. The Seven of Rods is about being defensive. It's about proving yourself and showing that you're right. And that's not something that we need to focus on in April. We need to get rid of that, because we had enough of that in March, I feel like. There's plenty of that in March. So I think in April we need to take a more easygoing approach to life and not be so judgmental of other people, not be so critical of other people, because we have to realize when people are being judgmental and critical towards us, that's because we have that within ourselves, and it's just the universe's way of showing us that that is within us. So if you're finding yourself, having to defend yourself because of criticism, are you being critical of others? Think about it. All right, this card here represents the energy of the people around you, the people in your life in the month of April. And I just want to stress that, of course, there's going to be individuals in your life with specific energies, but this card is representative of the people in your life as a whole. So we've got the King of Swords here. And, this is the card to me of just keen intellect, sharp wit, very strategic people. So I think the people in your life are going to show, they're going to be flexing their logical muscles. And so this could lead to good discussions, which could turn to debates, which could possibly turn to arguments. So I would be very careful with that. You don't want to get into a battle of wits with other people. So many arguments, or I should say so many discussions are really arguments that are just veiled as discussions, but really what it is two people trying to show which one's smarter. You know what I mean? So don't get involved in that. Like you said, the Seven of Rods here is suggesting we need to go away from that. We need to go away from proving our intellect, our abilities, showing that we're right. So I would say that if the people in your life are going too far into this energy, it's great. I mean, they're going to come up with great ideas. That's the benefits of logic, good ideas and good thoughts and just figuring things out, right? But at the same time, if you go too far into that energy, then it becomes a pissing match, then it becomes a fight. And so I would just be wary of going too far into that energy. Like I said, I mean, you're more focused on loving energy this month is what I'm feeling. So don't get too caught up in the ego logic stuff, okay? All right, this last card represents the biggest lesson you're likely to learn in the month of April for Sagittarian sun signs, and we've got Ace of Rods, another ace, another new energy coming in. I think this card to me talks about untapped potential, realizing a new potential, and going out there and seizing it. And I think that's going to be kind of the theme for this month, is that like I said, March seemed like a kind of a darker month, and I think April is going to be a month where you kind of spread your wings a little bit and you get ready to fly. And so it's some new energy is definitely coming in, and I think you should really seize that. That's going to be the lesson in April. Do I seize this new energy, or do I want to keep doing what I've been doing? That's going to be the question for you in April, because I see a lot of mixture here. I see new energy coming in, but I see a lot of holding on to the old, right? From the past few months. So it's going to be your decision, Sagittarian friends, and that's going to be the lesson. Do I spread my wings and fly to a new direction, or do I like where I'm headed already? So that's going to be kind of the question posed to you in April. So now that we've seen these cards as a whole, let's go back and review. March seemed like a darker month. Seemed like some problems, especially stemming from the ego, maybe altercations with others. So it wasn't the most pleasant month for a lot of you. And again, this is a general reading, so it's not necessarily true for all. But for most of you, I do feel as though March was kind of a problematic month. But now that we're moving into April, I see some new energies coming in, at least the possibility of new energies. And this is stemming from you. I think a lot of you want to change. And I do see April as being a time of shifting more to emotions and deepening those connections with the ones we love. I would suggest that in the month of April, you're more aware of your thoughts and your words, and you don't allow them to be negative. Don't say thoughts or words that are hurtful, or try to minimize them as much as you can. Before you say something, ask yourself, is this kind? Is this productive? Is this going to help people? Ask yourself those questions. And if the answers are no, then why are you saying it? You're just only hurting yourself. I think your problem is going to be maybe being a little bit overly emotional, or not overly emotional, but only considering your emotions when making a decision or taking action. And I think that's a little bit dangerous. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I think it's a little bit dangerous. That's why we have the ego mind, is so that we can use logic when we take actions, but also consult the intuition. So let's be more well-rounded in our actions in April. As far as what to avoid, I think we can move away from the desire to prove ourselves, to combat with other people, to show that we're right. I think that's only bringing both of us down. You know what I mean? It brings everyone down. Let people be themselves. Let yourself be yourself, and don't worry about proving yourself or defending yourself from others. They're on their own journey. And it really it has nothing to do with you. So just let it be. And then the people in your life are going to be logic based. They're going to be focused on logic, on figuring things out, and that can be good, like I said, but it also can be bad. So just be aware of that, and don't get into any arguments this month, please. I don't think we need any arguments. Okay, and if a discussion is turning into an argument, just end it right there. It's not worth it. And then the lesson is, you have the choice, Sagittarian friends. Do you want to bring in new energy, or do you want to continue down the route you're going? The choice is yours always, but April seems like a kind of a pivot month. You're at a crossroads, is kind of the feeling. And new energy is coming in. Do you embrace it or not? All right, before we go, we asked the Earth Magic Oracle what message it had for Sagittarian sun signs this April, and we've got Whale Breach. Yeah, it seems like a lot of you are coming up for air, just like the whale. It goes deep down into the deep oceans, but it doesn't breathe water. It has to come up for air occasionally. And I feel that's what's happening here, Sagittarian friends. I think you were in the deep depths for a while there, and I think it's time to come up for air. Now, you can stay up here and enjoy the sun, or you can go back down into the depths. It's up to you. The choice is yours, like I said, but I think that is the choice here. And so definite change coming on the horizon, but is this a lasting change or a momentary change? Are you going to skew your thoughts more positive and keep them there, or are you just going to stay positive for a little while and then go back down into your negative kind of ego state? It's up to you, Sagittarian friends, but that is the message here. Be like the whale, eat a lot of krill, and enjoy life in the open ocean. Okay, that is the reading for this month. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember, this is a general reading. Not everything applies to everybody, but if you want a specific reading where I tap into your energies, head on over to my website, lightofriga.com. That's going to be the place to book a personal reading with me. I have a variety of different spreads and readings that we can use to get to the bottom of any issue that you might have. There's also going to be a place for free daily readings and to look at crystals, so you don't want to miss that. lightofriga.com. I appreciate that. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you got something out of it, it lets me know that you did. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to talk about this reading, put those in the comments section. I love to hear what these readings, how they affected you. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date on all the videos I release. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so happy. I want to thank all of you for supporting this channel, for tuning in and day out to just come for healing. There's so much healing going on. I'm being healed. You're being healed. It's great. So I appreciate all of you, and I want to thank you for supporting, for liking, for sharing, subscribing, for commenting on the videos. I really do appreciate it. On to 2,000 subscribers. I'm happy. All right. So thank you guys. Thank you, Sagittarians. I wish you a happy April. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.